Okay, this is Ginger Robbins speaking to us tonight about a Reach for the Stars. We're excited to hear about it, and we thank you, Ginger, for doing this. We really appreciate it. So this is recorded, and go ahead, Ginger, take it away.
Okay. Well, first of all, I would like to thank Susan Anderson because I probably wouldn't be doing Reach for the Stars if I hadn't talked to her and she gave me so many good pointers. Because like many people, I was afraid to do it because I didn't know how. So I thought, okay, and I talked to Susan and she gave me all these great pointers. So the things that you see are things that I've taken from, nothing's original. The things that all the forms, all the documents, you'll either find on the website, the company website, or things that I've gotten from someone else, okay?
Okay, great.
So, and many of you know, none of us know everything. So these are things that I use and that work for me. And if it can work for you, that's great. Okay. If you want to adapt anything, I mean, that's what you do in this company is you adapt things from other people and then make it work for you in the area that you are.
Okay.
Okay. So first of all, I want to say I absolutely love Reach for the Stars. It is one of the best programs I think that we have. It's the only program that we have that gives 100% return to the school and the students. And I just say, why would you not do that? It doesn't cost you any money and you're going to get everything back. So most of the time I use with the school 50 and 50, that the kids get 50% and the teachers get 50%. That's what I have found that works the best. But there's lots of different ways you can do that, and you just need to look in your manual for the different options that you can do. First thing you need to do is look up the Reach for the Stars information on the company website. Inform yourself. That's what's most important, is for you to be informed of the whole program in itself. And to do that, you just go to My Business, then you go to Consultant Toolbox, and then it gives you lots of different things that you can download, like the certificate, the letterhead. It gives you how to write up your order, your teacher wish list. There's logos you can use. There are graphics that you can use on your Facebook page. All different kinds of things are going to be very useful to you. My thought is know your program and what its options are. And you'll find that in the consultant manual or on the Reach for the Stars flyer. So you can get books only, you can do cash in books, you can do a percentage that depends on the decision of the school and yourself. Like I said, I prefer 50-50. I'm running a Reach for the Stars right now, and the last time the school did this, the same school, they did 100% for the kids, but that didn't work as well as the time before when part of that goes to the school. And I think this is my reasoning on that. I think parents, it's easy for them to say, no, I'm not going to do it if it's just their kid. But if they're thinking that they're going to help the school in some way, I think that allows them to kind of turn loose of some of the money because they think they're going to be able to help the school as well as their child. And that just, because that was the one and only time we did 100%. And that was probably the lowest percentage of money that I've ever taken in on a Reach for the Stars. So just FYI. You can also give 10% extra if they raise over $1,000, which I typically do. And that 10% is, you can work it out with the school that's where your free books come from, or your incentive costs can come out of that. You just need to work with the school and see what they'll do with you. I usually have a contract with the school. Oh no, not yet. Who do you contact for Reach for the Stars? Well, your principal has the ultimate decision of whether you're going to do it or not do it. Okay. So a lot of times I've contacted the librarian or the media specialist because they're the ones that get excited about doing the book, having more books. And most schools, I'd say probably 75% of the schools that I work with Reach for the Stars have me, even if I contact the principal, have me work with the librarian or the media specialist. The school I'm working with right now, I do the Title I. She's excited about it, so they're like, yeah, fine, you take care of it, you know. So they always want to have that coordinator in the school district that takes care of that. That's usually not going to be your principal or your assistant principal because they have so much other stuff to do. But you just need to find a contact in the school district and then go for it, and they'll get the okay from whomever. Sometimes you still need to talk to the principal. Sometimes you can get it through a classroom teacher. And so, you know, if you get a classroom teacher excited about it, because you can do Reach for the Stars as a whole school, as part of the school, as a grade level, even as a single classroom. So there's lots of different ways that you can do that. So you just have to feel out that school and see where it goes. And I want to say, don't give up. Sometimes it takes a year, even 2 years to build that relationship with that organization or with that school. And so you just keep, you know, making yourself available, just reminding you, these are what programs we have. And, you know, we want to tell them about all of our programs as well as the Reach for the Stars, and then tell them what you can do. It's basically, what can I do for you? Because we want to be the service person. You can do this through face-to-face. You can do it by phone. You can do it by email. Whatever works out. You're going to make probably 1 to 5 contacts with somebody before you actually sit down and get the okay to go ahead and do it. Once you've got the appointment with whoever your coordinator is, have your pieces ready to record what you need. This is the one that you see right now. I use this because this is an easy one that you can use to just gather information on your appointment. What's the school's name? What's their address? Because you're going to need this information. Who's your contacts? When you want to have the kickoff date? Where's the kickoff going to be? Do you need videos? All these things are just going to help you be able to have the information you need as you get ready to plan this and get it all taken care of. And you can see there's, you do the kickoff, you have award ceremony, you can have prizes. And sometimes they'll say, no, we don't want this, or we don't want that. So you just mark through that. That's not going to be. So, and this tells you the kind of things that you're going to have for them, the supplies and handout notes. One of the things you want to ask them is if they are willing to run off the handouts that you're going to have for the parents and the kids to take home. You have the flyers. One of the things that I have found in me doing the Reach for the Stars is they don't want to focus on the money. They want to focus on the fact that it's a reading incentive. So that's one thing now that I focus on when I go to talk to a school or an organization is, now remember, we're really focusing on reading and getting the kids to read at night. And so if you know, it also is bringing in the pledges. But when I talk to the kids, even at kickoff, and talk to the teachers and stuff, I focus on the reading incentive, and my awards that I give are for their minutes read, not for the money that they bring in. So that's, I think principals and school districts really like the fact that you're not focusing on the money and making it a fundraiser.
Ginger, do they take it?
I take the shows that has, oh, I forgot to grab that. Can you hold on just a second and I'll be right back?
Okay.
I hope she comes back.
Oh, see this? I'll kind of hold it up.
Oh, wow.
So I do, and I did this with my team. We just kind of made our own. And it has all the pieces that you're going to use during the program. It's very easy to make. You can go to Walmart or wherever and get you some of those sticker things, you know, the letters, and you can just put them right on there, and it's so easy.
And you leave that at the school?
I did this last time. I have before when they're getting ready. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So,
okay, but you use it in your presentation.
Right, right. I definitely use that when I'm talking to the principal or whoever's coordinating it, and when I talk to the teachers. It's really important for them to be able to see what you're talking about.
Okay.
One thing you can remember is Reach for the Stars can be connected with any other reading incentive program that they have going. Like I know Pizza Hut, some of them do a Pizza Hut program. Some of them just do a program where they just have the kids read every night, so you can do any of that.
Okay.
I usually try to set a school-wide goal of how many minutes they read. And I figure that by the goal of the program is for each student to read, or each child to read 300 minutes in that 2-week time. You can figure you're going to have about 50% participation. So take your 50% times 50% of however many students you have, times that by 300, and then drop it down a little bit because they're not all going to read 300.
Okay.
And then have that as a school-wide goal.
Okay.
And like if you have a repeat school, then I look at what they did last year. So like last year, the school I'm working with now had about 21,000 minutes. So this year we upped it to 25,000 minutes, trying to get more participation involved. A lot of times the school, if the school will pick, if they meet their school-wide goal, they will pick some kind of an incentive to do. Like last year I did a school and they met their reading goal, and the teacher or the principal had a 5-minute dance party. Cost them nothing. What she did was at some time during the day, she turned the intercom on with some music, and the kids could go in the hallway, they could go in the classroom, and they could dance for 5 minutes. I thought it was a great idea because it just got them moving and everything, you know. So easy. Some schools have had the cooks make cookies for everybody, you know, whatever. One of the things that I feel is really important, because this has happened to me both ways, is I really, really think it's important that you meet with the teachers ahead of time. You're going to have packets ready, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. But you've got to get the teachers on board. If you don't have the teachers on board for this program, it really doesn't go very well. And I know that because I had a school that they would not allow me to meet with the teachers ahead of time.
Yeah.
They said the teachers would be at the kickoff rally and they would learn about it then, but they didn't buy into it. You know, if you don't have the teachers buying into the program, it's not gonna do near as well as it would as if you did. So,
how do you get them on board? Do you do
I go and I show my chart when she allows me to have the meeting with the teachers. Then what I do is I set that time up with a coordinator. And like this school that I just did, I met with them at their lunch times. Okay. And so I've met with them after school. Whatever they work out and say it's okay to do, I will work around that. And then what I do is at that time I have their packets ready that has all their materials in it so that I can give that all to them at once. I go through the program. I talk to them how it's going to benefit them. I explain to them that how important it is for them to read every night and put their chart up on the board. I had a teacher last year that had 98% participation.
Wow.
That was totally amazing. I couldn't believe it. That is the one time and all the other teachers are like, how'd you do that? How'd you do that? But she encouraged the kids every day. She posted how many minutes she read, and it allowed the kids to, you know, get excited about how many minutes they read. And she would talk about what she read the night before.
Do the teachers collect pledges too?
I tell the teachers if they want to pledge money, they can.
Okay.
It's totally up to them. And because some of them want to purchase things for their own kids.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
So I give them that option if they want to pledge, and then half of what or whatever their percentage is will go to their classroom, and half will go, they can pick out books for themselves.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I let them do that too.
Okay. All
right. And then when we get the go ahead, I prepare packets for the teachers. Now, what I ask the school district to do is to give me the name of the teacher and how many students are in that class. And if they can give me male and female, that helps too, because I choose my bookmarks that I give them to pass out to kids based on female, male, so that they've got something that the kids will like. And my packet includes this. I have a schedule. Let me see if I can find that real quick for you. I have a whole bunch of Reach for the Stars stuff here. I'll try to give you one here. Here we go.
Hey, Ginger, could you post a picture of your chart that you tried to show us? Take a picture of it.
I don't have a picture of it right now, but I'll try to put it on there.
Yeah.
Schedule. Here we go. Reach for the Stars, Palestine. That's the one I'm doing right now. I don't see my schedule there. Well, anyway, I may not have saved that. Schedule is just simply what time it's going to start, when I'm meeting with the teachers, all the dates that are available or that are connected with this. I usually have that. Oh, well, I'm not going to worry about it because I don't want to get bogged down in that kind of stuff.
Do you make up that schedule with the principal or the whomever your contact is? Do you make up the schedule with them?
Yes, exactly. We talk about when the kickoff's going to be, when the kickoff, when the, how long it's going to go, from what time to what time, and all that kind of stuff. Okay.
Go up to your search documents, Ginger, and put in schedule and see if anything comes up. Your search documents at the top right.
The top right.
Oh, okay. You can tell I'm not savvy.
Oh, there you go. There's a couple.
There we go. Okay, so there was my schedule.
Oh, yeah.
This is when it's going to run to. And, okay, so when I get the packets to the teachers, when the parents get the information, I had a parent night. They let me actually talk at parent open house. That was awesome.
That's great.
And there's the kickoff rally, and when I was with each group. Then we end it when we're going to count the money, when the award ceremony, and that actually is changed because the coordinator husband's is getting cancer treatments right now. So we're going to put all the money away until next week and count it when she gets back. And then we'll have the award ceremony later. So that's with that.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the schedule. I usually give each classroom 2 to 3 catalogs. I give them student flyers. The flyers are these.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. These have and these are the old ones, but I just ordered these and I just saw they got new ones now, where they keep their how many minutes they read. This is their wish list. And then this is where they can put on the back is where they can put their pledges.
Wow, great.
Yeah, so they get one of these for each of the students in their class. I give them the envelope to keep their money in. Mm-hmm. And these are all from UBAM, so you can order all this stuff. Okay, I give them that. I give them bookmarks. And these are UBAM bookmarks. I usually get some of the young ones and some of the old. It depends. If you're going to do it with all young kids, then I would just get all the young ones. But this school is doing it K through 8, actually pre-K through 8.
Okay.
Both.
So they just get that as a opening gift or something, right?
Actually, they get that when they bring the catalog back.
Oh.
So they get a bookmark, and I tell this to the kids when we have our kickoff ceremony. They get a bookmark when they bring the catalog back.
Okay.
And when they bring the money back on the last day, of course, I give them a Reach for the Stars pencil.
Okay.
Okay. All right. And then I also, you can get those, the green and purple pens or whatever from Usborne, or I actually, National Pen, a lot of times we'll have specials. They send me National Pen Company. They every once in a while will send me a, what's the word I want?
Sample.
Thank you. A sample. And sometimes I'll buy sets of those, and like these are the latest ones that I bought, and it has my name and my phone number that they can reach me on my website.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And so I put one of these in the packet so the teacher has something fun for when she does it. Also in there is a copy of the parent letter.
Okay.
And that you can get that off of the website. Here we go. Here's a copy of the parent letter. And that just explains the program in a more specific way, because the flyer is a simplified version of this.
Okay.
In this, you're going to put obviously you're going to put the school's name. You're going to put what percentage they're going to get so the parents know that. I also offer, if the kids bring in $100 in pledges, I give them another free book.
Okay.
So, yeah. Okay. So, and I pick those books on, like I try to keep it under $10. And sometimes if I'm placing orders and somebody doesn't want some of the customer specials, like last year we had several, I was able to pick up several of the Secrets of the Apple Tree when it was on sale, or when it was on one of the customer specials. And so I was able to pick some of those up. Well, then I will offer that. That's one of the ones I'm offering this time.
Okay, great.
Okay. So it has the parent letter. It also has, what? It also has, this is a due date when everything is due. You know, I have this, and I can put this on two on a page. So when the school runs that off, it doesn't cost them as much to run that off. That is one, and another one is.
So the school takes care of all the printing and for you, okay?
Right, and what I typically do is I will, and there's another one, you can actually put 4 on a page, and there's just a little short one that tells them that they, you know, total pledges, if you know how, just a reminder of how it's all working. And yes, I tell them when to send those out. I put a little sticky note when I give the coordinator her packet. It has all of this in it, and I have a sticky note on top when to pass those out to the kids.
Okay.
All the worry away from them.
I know Suzanne used to say that she made the parents sign the reading logs.
I don't, because who knows if the parents sign the reading log. I tried that one year.
Yeah.
It didn't go very well. So, and who's to say that the parents signed it? So,
right.
You know, if you can get them to do that, great and wonderful. When I give out the awards, when I give the kickoff and I tell them I'm going to give awards for minutes that they read, I don't tell them how many minutes, because I don't want to say anybody who reads 500 minutes is going to get a medal, because they'll all just write 500 minutes in there. You know, I just say I will be giving some awards for how many minutes you've read. And you know, your minimum is 300 minutes. That's what you're going for. And we'll see if you can go higher than that. You know, I just try to get them excited that way.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if there's nothing else. That's pretty much all that's going home then. Those are what I put in the packet for the teacher. I also, on the flyer that I showed you, there's a place on there on the page that they do where they make their wish list down here at the bottom. I fill that out for them. And if you have a big school, you might want to have the teachers do that. But around here, we don't have that big schools. So I typically, if it's 50-50, I put it on there. This year, it was 70-30 for the school I'm doing right now. That way, you know it's in there and the parents can have that referred to. I also give a free book to kids that bring in $100. And so I give each of the teachers one of these as soon as I find it. Book choice. Okay, sometimes I make 2 sets of choices. And the teachers can all have this to post in their classroom. Hey, kids, earn a free book with $400 or more in pledges. And so then I have choices that they can make from those.
Yeah, that's good.
And so if it's a younger group, then I may have a different set or whatever. And that money can come out of your 10% extra, out of your own pocket, whatever you want to do. You know, it's something you work out with the school. I give the coordinator, out of those packets that I gave the teachers, I give the coordinators extras of everything. Because invariably, I've miscounted or somebody lost one or whatever. So I always give her extras. Let's see. When I do the kickoff, let's see, what did I do here? Okay, so then I do we set up the kickoff rally. When I do the kickoff rally, like this school is doing the whole school, so I would separate and have kickoff time for the kindergarten through 4th grade, and then we had a kickoff rally for the 5th through the 8th. I talk a little bit different in each of those. Now, what I thought was cool this year, my theme this year, you can kind of have themes if you want. Well, you know, remember not this last convention, but the one before, that we got the Superman shirts and stuff and the capes. So yeah. I go in at the kickoff rally and I've got my Superman cape on and I'm like, okay, I'm the super reader today. Who's going to join me being the super reader? And I've got my cape on and I just have fun with it. You got to have fun.
Yeah.
It's all about, and then getting that, you get the kids excited about it and they think it's really cool. So we do the kickoff rally. Like I said, I sometimes dress up. A lot of times I like to do an activity, like sometimes we do flying airplanes from the Make Your Own Airplane book. And sometimes I like this one, and the older kids, I had an older kid come up, make an airplane the same time I did. And then we flew them both to see who's went the farthest.
Oh, okay.
So just something fun during the kickoff rally. When I tell the kids about what that flyer and what needs to go on each page, like where they put their number of minutes read and where they put their wish list, and I have them repeat it back to me, what they're going to do, because if you don't, they're not going to remember.
Yeah.
And that has worked out much, much better. Then you let the Reach for the Stars run. Then you set up a time to count the money. When you count the money, never count it by yourself. I usually will spend a day counting it with the coordinator or whomever they choose to have from this district to count it. And we usually count it together because that way, if there's a question about anything, I'm there to answer the question, and it's so much easier if I'm there during the whole process.
Yeah, and then they trust you.
What we do is that
Then they trust you that you're above board. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so what I usually do, if the school will allow it, is I have them give me a class list of all the students. Now, some schools won't do that. And if they don't, then you make yourself a chart that has a place where you can just put the kids that participated in. Okay. Most of the schools will allow you to have the class list. And then I make columns, and the columns include whether they participated as a check mark. Then if they participate, they get a certificate. In any way did they participate. I don't care if they read 5 minutes in 2 weeks, they're going to get a certificate that they participated. I've had kids that brought in 15 cents from their piggy bank. They participated, you know. Okay. Mm-hmm. Then they participate, how much money they bring in, how many minutes they read, and if they brought in $100 or more and what book they chose. There's a little place for that to write in. So that when you order the books, you know what you're ordering and you can keep track of everything, because I write out the certificates too.
Do you keep a Excel spreadsheet, or you just make your own chart?
I just make my own chart on those class lists.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That works out. And then I have a total at the bottom, and then I make a an Excel spreadsheet, well, not necessarily Excel spreadsheet, but a chart that tells each class and what they brought in and how many minutes they read. And because I typically have some kind of a special little something for the classroom that read the most minutes per student. Not the most minutes overall, because each class is different sized. So you take how many minutes they read, divide it by how many students were in there, and you'll get the number of minutes per student.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that works out really well. And I usually, if I have like a K through 8, like in this school, I'll do one for the lowers, K through 4, and then I'll do a something special for the 5 through 8.
Okay.
Sometimes it's just going in and playing a game with them.
Yeah.
One time I had the pre-K win, and I went in and they furnished donuts and I read stories.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So it was just fun.
Yeah.
There we go. One of the things that you have to make sure of is when they make out their wish list, they might have the whole page, but they only brought in $10.
Okay.
So they have to have circled what books they want.
Right.
And a lot of times some kid forgot to circle, so you got to go to the classroom and get them to pick out which books they want. Sometimes they don't even write them in there at all, so then you got to go ask them what. But that's the advantage of being there on Count Money Day. You can take care of all of that at once.
Take care of all that. So just plan on that stuff happening.
Oh, I found that works the best.
Okay.
And when your books arrive, you can have them delivered to the school. This is something I do for my schools is I have them delivered to my house and I sort them all out for them. My husband, God bless his soul, he gets to help me do that. And I bag them up and put them in boxes and then deliver the boxes to the classroom. And they love it when it's book delivery day.
Yeah.
But that eliminates them. And another advantage of that is if something didn't come in, like I have screwed up making my order, leave something out. If I got it, I can use it. Or if it's not available anymore, I can pick a couple of books and take and tell the kids, I can't get this book. Would you want this one or this one? You know, so I'm doing that. And it eliminates the fact that I had a situation one other time where I had them do the books and things got kind of messed up a few times. And I just like doing my own or doing it with them.
Right.
So, bottom line, have a great time. But I do want to tell you, when I do the award ceremony, I want to show you some of the awards that I give. Now, like I told you, this year I'm doing Superman theme. So I order stuff from Oriental, or one of my favorite catalogs is Positive Promotions. Okay. Now this is one that I'm going to give every kindergarten through 4th grade is going to get this if they read their minimum of 300 minutes. On the front it says, I read, what's your superpower?
Go ahead and close down your screen share and then we'll be able to see it better. At the bottom of the page, you'll want to go ahead and just put your cursor on the bottom and say stop screen share.
I'm trying. It's not allowing me.
It's not allowing you?
Oh, it's up at the top.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mine's at the bottom.
Okay. Yeah.
Very good. Okay.
Okay. So, there we go.
Oh, cute.
And on the back it says, every hero has a star.
Oh.
So this, it's like a little necklace. So then they'll get to wear that around that they've got that. For the older kids, I have a button.
Oh, star reader.
Nice. Star reader. For the older kids, you gotta be kind of cool. I figured that's something that they could put on their book bag. You don't want to give them something that's going to be going, wah! And then I have used these for the older readers. It's just a little, one of those plastic bracelets. Or, that says star reader on it.
Right.
I've also used these for the little kids. I got these out of, says I love reading. And these are really cheap. Get those out of Oriental. But for anybody who reads 500 minutes or more, they get a medal.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. That is way cool.
Reading Rockstar.
And I always buy the lanyards, the school color.
Oh.
So I find out the school colors, and then they get that. I had a grandma tell me the little first grader got one of these and did not take it off for 3 days. So, we never really know how important something like this is going to be to a kid. And it was a kid that probably doesn't get recognized a lot, but he loved to read and he loved to be read too. And the family read a lot. So for him, it was totally amazing.
Oh, that's great.
All I can say is try it. If anybody has any questions, you're welcome to contact me. I just want to say thank you to Susan Anderson for getting me excited about Reach for the Stars.
Yeah. So do you have any tips on staying organized through it? I mean, do you just, anything that you run your life by that you don't get confused about everything? Like maybe.
Well, if you have, I keep a folder. I keep a folder that has all the information about that school and what I've sent out and all of that. Whatever I give to them, I keep a copy for myself. And then from year to year, a lot of schools don't like to do it every year because they think it gets old. So I have 3 schools that do it every other year.
Okay.
And that works out really well.
Yeah.
So you can do it with a small school. You can do it with a big school.
Okay.
And whatever they bring in, they bring in. I've had schools bring in $1,000, $2,000. Last year I had a bigger school brought in $8,000. And it's amazing. That was a school that had probably 500 students. The school I'm working with now has a little over 100.
And then you pick out the books by their wish list, right?
Yes.
Yes. By their wish list. Okay.
Right. Now, some people, I have one of my downline that she actually ran a book fair after the Reach for the Stars. So what she did was she gave them coupons. She made up coupons worth so much money.
Okay.
And then she had a book fair. And so then they could turn in their coupon for the books that they picked up at the book fair, and then she would just subtract that from their amount.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can do that too.
That's good. That's a great idea.
Any other questions? Lauren, do you have any questions?
You did such a good job. Yeah.
She's enjoying her little baby. Well, I appreciate the opportunity, and if anybody has questions or wants to know more about anything, I'll be glad to let you know.
Thank you.
Do you
You're welcome.
Could possibly on the Sharing Leader page, you could upload the documents, not the ones they can get from the back office, but any special thing, just upload them there to the files. Then we'll retrieve them that way. Lauren, we see you talking.
What, Lauren?
Yeah.
I thought Lauren maybe she had to go.
Oh, no. There you go.
Okay.
But I'm in chat. Yeah, the timeline would be really helpful.
The timeline?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That
like the schedule that I did?
Yeah.
Like the schedule that I did?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I can do that for you.
Yeah.
And the chart. I'd love to see a picture of the chart.
Okay. I'll upload the picture. I'll take a picture of the chart and upload that. Okay. And I will put that on there too.
And then also that $100 letter that you give each student, that seems really good.
The $100, I don't have the $100. You mean the chart where I showed the picture of the books?
No, if they bring in $100 or more, they get a free book. And then that's good too. Okay. Wonderful.
Right. Well, it may not get done tonight, but I'll try to have it done by the middle of the week. I want to take off work of things and stuff.
Okay.
I'll just put in there like put school name in here or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, Ginger, I think also something, of course, if they listen to this, they'll see it, but I think those prizes you give away are really cool. If you took a couple pictures of those just to give an idea of what people can get, if they look around.
Okay.
I think those were real neat.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
kind of outside the box a little bit.
Yeah, it's fun. I tell you, the medals, I don't even know why I decided to do that, but they love the medals, especially the little kids.
The little kids.
And the big kids, too, they don't want to tell you they do, but they love the medals, too.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
All right.
Okay, so I'll take pictures and I'll upload the letters and forms.
Yeah, and whenever you get to it, no hurry.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you
All right.
so much.
Thanks, yeah. Okay, have a good evening.
Thanks for
Okay,
taking your time.
Bye, Lauren.
Bye, everybody.
Snuggle with your baby.
Have a good night.
All right,
Night.
bye.